Welcome to this video on creativity and problem solving. In today's world, being able to think creatively and solve problems is more important than ever. Whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, or an employee, these skills are essential for success. First, let's talk about creativity. Creativity is the ability to come up with new and original ideas. It's the process of taking something familiar and making it into something new and unique. To be creative, you have to be open to new ideas and willing to think outside of the box. One way to boost your creativity is to expose yourself to different experiences and perspectives. This can be done by traveling, reading, or interacting with people from diverse backgrounds. You can also try activities like brainstorming, doodling, or writing in a journal to spark your imagination. Now, let's move on to problem solving. Problem solving is the process of finding a solution to a challenge or issue. It's an important skill to have because problems are an inevitable part of life. To be a successful problem solver, you need to be able to think critically, analyze information, and make decisions. One way to improve your problem-solving skills is to practice solving different types of problems. You can find problems to solve in your everyday life, like figuring out how to make more efficient use of your time or how to budget your money. You can also practice solving problems through puzzles, games, or other mental exercises. Another important aspect of problem-solving is teamwork, collaboration, and communication. Working with others to find a solution is a great way to learn from others and get different perspectives on a problem. There are several methods for problem solving that can be used in different situations. Some common methods include the scientific method. This method is widely used in scientific research and experimentation. It involves breaking down a problem into smaller, more manageable parts and then systematically analyzing each part. It starts with defining the problem, then researching and collecting data to better understand the problem. After that, formulating hypotheses is the next step, then testing these hypotheses by conducting experiments and collecting more data. Finally, the results are analyzed and conclusions are drawn. Critical thinking. This method emphasizes logical reasoning and rational analysis. It involves evaluating information and evidence to reach a conclusion. It involves breaking down complex information, looking for patterns, and identifying any assumptions or biases. It requires the ability to identify the different parts of an argument and evaluate the evidence that supports it. Brainstorming. This is a method of generating a large number of ideas in a short period of time. The goal is to generate as many ideas as possible without evaluating them. The process usually done in a group setting, and it encourages everyone to share their ideas without fear of criticism or rejection. Once the brainstorming session is finished, the ideas are evaluated and the best ones are selected. Mind mapping. This method of problem solving is a visual representation of a problem and its possible solutions. It involves creating a diagram that shows how different ideas are connected. This can help to identify relationships between different parts of a problem and find new ways to approach it. Root cause analysis. This method is used to identify the underlying cause of a problem, rather than just treating the symptoms. It involves asking why questions to get to the root of the problem. For example, if a machine keeps breaking down, instead of just fixing it each time, you would use root cause analysis to find out why the machine is breaking down in the first place. Design thinking. This is an iterative method that focuses on understanding the user or customer, and then developing a solution that meets their needs. It involves a process of empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, and testing to arrive at a solution. It's a human-centered approach that stresses on testing, iteration, and feedback. SWOT analysis. This method is used to evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of a situation. It's a strategic planning tool that helps to identify both internal and external factors that can have an impact on a particular problem. By identifying strengths and opportunities, it helps to develop a plan of action to take advantage of them, and by identifying weaknesses and threats, it helps to develop a plan of action to address them. Flowcharting: this method is used to graphically represent the steps involved in a process, to identify bottlenecks and areas for improvement. It's a visual representation of how a process works and is also useful for documenting processes. By using flowcharts, you can see the big picture of a process, identify inefficiencies, and find ways to optimize it. The Six Sigma method: this method is a process improvement methodology that focuses on reducing defects and increasing efficiency. It involves using statistical tools to measure and analyze a process, and then making changes to improve it. It has 5 phases: define, measure, analyze, improve, control, with the goal to improve the overall quality of the process and reduce variations. The Pareto principle: this principle states that 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. It can be applied to problem solving by identifying the 20% of the problem that is causing the majority of the issues, and then focusing on solving that specific part of the problem. The Eisenhower matrix: this method is a time management tool that can be used to prioritize tasks. It involves organizing tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not important or urgent. By organizing tasks in this way, you can focus on the most important and urgent tasks first. The abstraction ladder: this method is a structured way of thinking that helps to understand problems and their solutions by breaking them down into smaller and simpler components. It involves moving up and down the ladder of abstraction, starting with concrete details and moving up to more abstract concepts. This method can help to understand the problem by looking at it from different perspectives. Hypothesis-driven problem solving: this method is used to test assumptions and predictions in a logical and systematic way. It involves formulating a hypothesis based on research and observation, and then testing it through experimentation. This method is useful in fields such as science and business, where hypotheses can be tested and refined over time to improve problem solving. The TRIZ method: this method stands for Theory of Inventive Problem Solving. It's a structured method for creative problem solving that is based on analyzing patterns of technical problems and their solutions. It involves identifying contradictions within a problem and then applying a set of heuristics and templates to generate a wide range of potential solutions. These are just a few of the many problem-solving methods available. It's important to note that the best method will depend on the specific problem you're trying to solve, and what resources you have available. It's also important to note that problem solving can be an iterative process, where multiple methods can be used in combination and in order to find a solution. Thank you for watching this video on creativity and problem solving. We hope that you found the information helpful and that you learned some new techniques for approaching problems. Remember, being able to think creatively and solve problems is an essential skill for success in today's world. Keep practicing and experimenting with different methods, and don't be afraid to think outside of the box. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this. We are excited to bring you more valuable content on a variety of self-development topics. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.